No more missed sales. Email autoresponders are a powerful tool for ensuring that no lead inquiry slips through the cracks. In this video, we will dive into the world of Make.com and AI to create a powerful email automation system. You will learn how to build custom autoresponders using AI. You may receive the inquiry email via a form or website or Facebook ads that you set up. Main benefits in setting up this automation are: an automated response is sent immediately upon receiving an inquiry, assuring the lead that their message has been received. Prompt communication establishes trust and credibility with the prospect. Autoresponders free up your team to focus on qualified leads, improving efficiency and productivity. Check out the links in the description if you would like to get all the resources used to build this automation. Tools we need to set up the email AI autoresponder are: Make.com to automate the workflows. You can create a free account with Make. With free account, you will get 2 free active scenarios and 1000 free operations. That is sufficient for creating this automation. Your own website or a form used by the prospect to submit the inquiry. Email system for sending and receiving emails. Please note, if you want to use Gmail with your personal account, you need to set up custom OAuth client beforehand. I made a separate video with title Make Automation Connect Gmail module with custom OAuth client. You can refer to the link in the video description. OpenAI API key. I made a separate video with title How to create OpenAI API key. You can refer to the link in the video description. Download the resources I provided in the description before you start building the automation. Using the template will save you a lot of time compared to building it from scratch. Let us assume you are using a submission form for the prospect to send the inquiry. I have designed a simple form the prospect can fill out and submit. You can see the form here. You can use Fillout.com if you want to build such forms. Now we are going to create our Make workflow automation. To start working with the template, first log into Make account by clicking this login button. Once you log into your Make account, you will see this dashboard. Click on Create a new scenario button here. Then click on this More option here. Then click on Import Blueprint. Now click on Choose File. Navigate to where you saved the template file and select the file FBS email AI autoresponder.json. Then click on this Open button. Once the file is selected, click this Save button. You can see the model has been imported. First module is the email module, which will trigger the Make scenario when a new inquiry email is received. Click on this module. If you already created a Google connection, it will be available for selection in this drop down box. Else you will see Create a connection option here. Once you click on that, you will see this Create a connection dialog box. First, we need to select a connection type. Click on this drop down box. Here you see we have 3 options. I am using my Gmail for this demo, so I selected Google restricted. Once you select the connection type, you can give any name you want to the connection here. Please note, if you want to use Gmail with your personal account, then you should have already set up the OAuth client. You can click on this Show Advanced Settings and then give your client ID and client secret and then click this Save button. Once the email connection is established successfully, you will see this dialog box. In this folder field, make sure it shows Inbox. In this criteria field, we have selected all emails. You can leave sender email address, recipient email address as blank. Click in this subject field and give the subject line of the inquiry emails you will be receiving. In this example, I have new submission for your discovery_AI sales form as the subject line. Maximum number of results you can keep as 1 and then click this OK button. Let us do a small test and see if this module is working properly. For this test to work, you should have already submitted the email. Right click on the module and select Choose Where to Start. It will pop up this dialog box, click on this, select the first email radio button and then select this email, then click on this OK button. Now right click on the module and select run this module only. You can see the module ran successfully. You can close this out. At this point, we have extracted the prospect's inquiry email. Now we are going to use AI to compose a customized reply to the email. For that, we will use ChatGPT's chat completion module. Click on this OpenAI module. If you already created a connection, it will be available for selection in this drop-down box. Else, you will see create a connection option here. Once you click that, you will see this create a connection dialog box. You can give any name here for the connection. You need to copy and paste the OpenAI API key here. You can enter the OpenAI organization ID here. Then click on the save button. Here I am already connected to OpenAI. Once you establish connection successfully, you will see this dialog box. In select method field, we have chat completion. In the model field, we are using GPT-4o mini. This model is less expensive compared to other models. You can click in this drop down box and select any other model if you want. In messages section here, we are instructing ChatGPT on how to compose the email response to the prospect inquiry email. Since we are having a conversation with ChatGPT, we tell it what role it should play. For message 1, we assigned system role to provide general instructions or guidelines for the conversation. Here in the prompt, we are telling it to act like an intelligent email responding assistant. For message 2, we assigned user role to tell ChatGPT that it will receive input from the user for it to act upon. Here we have provided this prompt to ChatGPT. We are asking it to monitor a sales email inbox for my high ticket SMMA offer. For every inquiry you receive, digest it and respond appropriately with a customized message that is tuned to the particular prospect. We are telling it to use the first name in the email response. In the message 3, we are telling ChatGPT how a typical email from a prospect will look like. For message 4, we assigned assistant role to ChatGPT, telling how it should respond to user's prompt. Here we have provided the body of a sample email that ChatGPT can refer to while sending its response. For message 5, we assigned user role to ChatGPT, and in the prompt, we are providing the actual email content from the prospect, which is coming from the first module here. You can click in this field to see the field that we are getting from the first module. You can see this is the field that we are getting from the email module. Max tokens, you can leave it as 1000. In the temperature field, you can leave the value at 0.7. The temperature parameter controls the creativity of ChatGPT's responses. The values are between 0 and 1. When closer to 0, ChatGPT responses are less creative and more factual. When the value is closer to 1, ChatGPT responses are more creative. You need not change any of the remaining fields here. In the response format field, we have text and JSON object. We are using text here. Then click on this OK field to save the changes. In the next module, we will extract email ID of the prospect using ChatGPT module again. Click on this module. In the connection field, you can use the same ChatGPT connection that you used in the previous ChatGPT module. In the select method, we have create a chat completion. Again, in the model, we are using GPT-4 mini. For message 1 or prompt 1, we assigned system role to provide general instructions or guidelines for the conversation. In the prompt, we have mentioned you are an intelligent email responding assistant. For prompt 2, we assigned user role to tell ChatGPT that it will receive input from the user for it to act upon. In the prompt, we are saying extract the email from the following text. In prompt 3, we are telling ChatGPT how a typical email from prospect will look like. It will have first name, last name, telephone number, email address, and then type of service, fields. In prompt 4, we assign assistant role to ChatGPT, telling it that it should extract the prospect's email address, and we also provided an example email address here. In the prompt 5, again we assigned user role to ChatGPT, and in the prompt we are providing the actual email content from the prospect that also contains the email address of the prospect. The max tokens field you can leave 500, and for the temperature you can leave the value 0.7. You need not change any of the remaining fields here. Then finally click on this OK button to save your module changes. We want our email response to look like a human response. Hence, we have introduced a sleep module to add some delay in sending the response email. Click on this module. Here I have added a 90-second delay, but you can adjust it as per your need. Then click on this OK button. Now we have everything ready to send our response to the prospect. Again, we will use email module to send the email out. Click on this email module. You can use the same connection you used in the first email module. Click in this save message after sending field and choose yes or no as per your requirement. If you choose yes here, we need to give the connection information again in the next box. As you can see, I have selected yes, and then here again I'll have to give the connection information. If you select no here, then that field disappears. You don't need to give the connection information again. In this example, I am choosing yes, and I provided my connection information here. In the folder field, we selected sent mail, where the message should be saved. This email address 1 field should contain the email of the recipient who will be receiving this email. Click in this field and select the email address of the recipient, which we have extracted in the previous ChatGPT module, which is here. You can navigate to choices, then expand this message, and then select this content field. Click in this subject line field and provide the subject line as per your requirement. Here I wrote, "Thanks for your inquiry. Our sales manager will call you soon." Click in this content type field. You will have two options. One is HTML, other one is plain text. We are using plain text option here. Click in this content field. This will be the email body that we will be sending to the prospect. We generated this in the first ChatGPT module. Once you click here, you can navigate to the first ChatGPT module and then go to choices and then go to messages and then select this content field. Once you finish all the configuration here, click on this OK button. We have completed configuring our make scenario. Click this save button to save your whole scenario. Now we are ready to test our scenario. Let us use the submission form to send the inquiry. Here you can see the form. Let me pretend like I am the prospect sending the inquiry. I will fill out my first name, last name, email address and other fields. Here I gave my first name. Here I gave my last name. Here I provided my email address. Here I will type in a fictitious phone number. I am interested in paid advertising, so I select the paid advertising radio button. Here I filled out the details of the information requested, and finally I hit the submit button. You can see the form has been submitted. By this time the business should have received the email. Let us confirm whether we received the email. This is the business email that is configured to receive the form submissions. Here you can see we have received the inquiry email from the prospect. We can click on this one. Here you can see the email that we received. It has the first name, it has the last name, the phone number and the email address that we submitted. Now let us run the make scenario on this email. Right click on this email module and click on choose where to start. We are doing this step since we are testing our make automation scenario and checking whether it is working as expected or not. Once we confirm it is working fine, it will be put on a schedule and whole scenario will run automatically whenever you receive a new email inquiry. Click on the select the first email radio button and then click on this email. Then click this OK button. Then click on this run once button to start the scenario execution and watch if any module outputs any error. Let us click this run once button. You can see the scenario is running. Here you can see these two modules got executed. The green letters mean the module has been executed successfully. Now we are adding the delay of 90 seconds here. We can see the whole scenario ran successfully. Let us confirm this by checking the email I gave when submitting the form. This is the client side email that we are going to check now. You can see here I received the client side email as well. Let us click on this email. Here you can see the ChatGPT AI has composed a very good email response. Like how we mentioned, it said, "Thanks for your inquiry. Our sales manager will call you soon." And then in the body, it has mentioned the first name of the prospect. "Hello Greg, thanks for reaching out about our paid advertising service. I'm glad to hear about your music business." ChatGPT also knows the client had music business since it was mentioned in his submission form. The email response looks more personalized and is very impressive. Congratulations, you built an email AI autoresponder workflow in Make that can ensure you don't miss any sales because you could not reply to the email in a timely manner. Bye until next video.